Hello and welcome to the Sideline Live podcast. This is the Spotlight Her series, a collaboration with Basketball Ireland as part of their Women in Sport series supported by Sport Ireland. I'm your host, Orla Keeling, and over the next 6 episodes, we'll be diving into the journeys of 6 Irish female basketball players who are carving out their own paths playing college basketball in the United States. From early morning practices, balancing academics, homesickness, and ambition, we'll explore what it really takes to compete at one of the highest levels of basketball. We'll uncover their journey and what it's like representing Ireland on the world stage. One game, one story, and one season at a time. This is Spotlight Her, where we celebrate the athletes, the journey, and the game. Okay, delighted to be joined by Amy Duggan live from the Sunshine State. Amy, thanks for joining me.
Thanks so much for having me, Orla.
In terms of your basketball journey to date, you're in Florida at the moment, but where did it all begin?
Well, from the very, very start, I played basketball my whole way up in Cobh. I then had it in I tore my ACL, so that year I transferred to Brunel just to get a bit of just change of environment, I suppose, helped me along the way. So that helped, just even being around the Super League players up training. Yeah, and then just last year I came over and played at a junior college called Hillsborough Community College in Tampa. And just this year I'm after transferring to a D2 called St.Leo University. So
Very good. Is basketball popular in Cobh? I don't know what people would know Cobh for, but I wouldn't think basketball with it.
um not originally, I don't think, but it's after definitely stepping up. Like, there's teams all ages for both girls and boys. But that's the one thing I actually loved, growing up playing with co basketball, is we were always the underdogs, and I don't know, that's just made me so much more hungry to win, I suppose. But yeah, I loved being the underdog coming from Cove. I loved it.
Yeah. What's the basketball scene like in Grown Cobh, seeing the likes of Edel Thornton go to America and plenty of other players and guys too from Cork nearly showing up the rest of the country in terms of at one point. What's it like? Is the dream for college basketball very prominent in Cork?
For me, Adele was actually the first player. Like, when I knew Adele Thornton did it, I had obviously heard about her when I was younger and whatever. I just knew, I was like, that's what I want to do. Like, as soon as I knew it was a thing, basically, when Adele had done it, I was like, that's what I want to do. That's my goal. I'm going to America. And I told my mom when I was 12, 13, I said, Mom, I'm going to play college basketball in America. She's like, okay, well, see how this goes. Show me.
And was there ever a point where you said, "Oh, I don't know"? Like growing up, was it ever you were going to play camogie, other sports? Was it always the dream, or did you ever look to something else?
Basketball was always my number one, but I loved camogie as well. I had my mom coaching me in basketball and my dad was coaching me in camogie, so it's a bit funny that way. But my dad knew I was always my basketball was my number one, but I did love camogie as well. I loved playing it the whole way up.
Okay, so you didn't escape any of your coaches at the dinner table then?
No, no, unfortunately not.
And what's it like having basketball? I was chatting to some of the other girls, basketball, in school. Were you known as the basketball player? Was basketball big in your school?
We weren't really I went to St. Giles in Cork in Cork. We weren't ever known as a basketball school. It was more I suppose. But when I came, I suppose we had a good bunch. Like, when I was coming up, maybe third or fourth year, we had a good bunch of girls. And even when I was leaving, we still kind of had that same bunch from Cove. So yeah, I suppose we made ourselves known. Like, we got to All Ireland final my first year. We were in the All Ireland final again, my sixth year. But my teacher, Miss Mellerick, Lorraine Mellerick, she was just ran the basketball there. Yeah, she just helped me the whole way through. There's nothing ever a problem for her. Like, even when I did my injury, she stuck me the whole way. She just was just absolutely brilliant. Like, she couldn't have done any more for us being on the team as well as the school. Like, she's just brilliant.
And in terms of training, trying to get gym time in Ireland and extra training for basketball is so difficult. How did you manage to fit it all in?
I was actually lucky enough. I was always able to practice at my like local gym in Cobh. We had a key for the outdoor gym as well as like one of the secondary schools in Cobh. And my mom was just friends with the caretaker, so he just said it was never an issue. Like whenever we wanted, we could go in. So I was actually very lucky that way. But then you have to have your rebounder then, and my mom would always like fair play to my mom because no matter where the ball was going, she was running after like so she just helped me massively. Like so there's the gym, but like you need your rebounder. My mom was just my person for that. So yeah.
And in terms of the dream was there, but when did you start to see success in the court and see your game improve? Like when did Irish teams start come to the forefront?
Um, yeah, so the pathway when I was when I was 14, 15 was the Cork team, then you get the BIPs and then the Munster academies and then they pick from those like academies. So I was the under 16 with Andy Gill. I realized that like, oh, I actually have a chance when he started cutting the squad. And then the last pick we got to was the squad of 16. And I just remember my mom, my dad, and me and my sisters all sitting around the phone waiting, kept refreshing, waiting for it. And when it popped up, we all just jumped up. I was bawling, crying. I just couldn't believe it. Like my first, like I was just like, oh, I can actually do this now. I can actually make the 12, you know? So unfortunately, we didn't even get to that because of COVID. But yeah, I think that's when I knew I was like, okay, I'm actually like, I can do this. Like, yeah.
Because you had a really good campaign with the under 18s there a few years ago under Tommy O'Mahony in 2022. Obviously, as a team, did really well, but individually, you found some success as well.
Yeah, that year was great for me. I think that's when we had very like key strong players, but I also think we like some of us in the background kind of just like worked along and like we yeah, I just think I proved myself when we got to the like European Championships. Like with each game I kind of came out of my shell a bit more and just kept pushing on, I suppose. Yeah, I loved that tournament and Tommy's team and everything. That was one of my all time like favorite teams I've been on.
Does it stand to you going abroad and playing against different styles of basketball and different types of players?
Being
Sorry,
like with
with
the
with the Euros, with the Irish team, seeing other countries the way they operate, and even the physicality or their difference in skill.
Yeah, no, definitely the physicality anyway, because I've always been like a small, like skinnier guard, so definitely the physicality 100% like helps you going forward. But even last year being at the junior college, that was like very physical. Like that's the most physical basketball I've come across. Just yeah, that was tough, but that's definitely like helped me, and like having the Irish experience has definitely helped me.
What's good about that team as well, we've a number of girls that are playing Super League and finding success, but also a good few is actually in America as well, pursuing basketball abroad. So it's cool from that 12 to see a couple of years playing at different levels in different states.
Yeah, exactly. It is. There's actually a good few of us. That's it's funny, yeah. And we're all still like that's the great thing about it, like with the Irish teams. Like I've never like lost contact with the girls that were around me. Like we were all still like best friends. Like do you know what I mean? So it's like it's really nice to just keep that going forward as well.
You were coming off that year, and I actually remember we spoke. I think it was only actually after you had your ACL surgery. An injury
Yeah,
came at really the wrong time because America was on the cards and very heavily close to
yeah.
happening.
Yeah, I tore my ACL in a game actually. I just went up for a layup and just snapped like absolutely screaming whatever worst thing that could possibly happen. I was supposed to fly out 3 days after that game to Florida on a visit and I was planning to commit and everything. So couldn't have come at the worst time really. So yeah. That was not great to be honest, not great timing at all. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, at the first week, to be honest, was the toughest. It was just, like, comprehending, like, how is this even happening to me? There's no way, like, why me? Kind of pity party. But, like, my family, like, my mom and dad and my 2 sisters just helped me massively get me out of that like frame of mind, I suppose. They were just like, "You're in it now. You're just gonna have to." Do you know what I mean? Do you want to get back or not? Like, and of course, like Derva, Breen, and Dirk at functional physiotherapy, they were just like helped me massively, massively. Like, I actually enjoyed going to rehab my knee with them. Like, I had the most fun. They had a laugh with me. They pushed me. They supported me. They were just like the best like support for my knee I could have possibly had. Like.
And out of interest, before the injury, you were getting some interest and offers and just kind of talking to schools in America. How did that happen for people that maybe are in Ireland now that want to try pursue it? Or were you contacting schools, or what way did it work?
Yeah, I started out with just emailing, like just pulling up the like area first of all the areas I wanted to go to, like Florida area, maybe California, New York, New Jersey, kind of that area where kind of people had been before. And so I just started pulling up lists of schools, just shooting out my emails. I knew I had good stats from my European Championships that year playing under 18. So I just made my own film. A teacher at my school helped me put together like a student profile. So I had my grades, my information, my coaches, and then my highlights and like full game film as well. That's one of the most important things as well, is having a full game film, because like that's what the coaches say. That's great to see all your highlights, but like what are you like for the whole game, you know? So definitely, yeah, my student profile like helped me a lot, and that was a lot easier to just email out to coaches, like having at the bottom of your email. So yeah, I was talking to a good few people, and then when St.Leo University, the school I'm at now, reached out, they started sending me stuff and everything, like letters and posts and stuff, which was really nice. And no other school had like done that. And the more I talked to them, the more I liked the the campus, the university, the team, their style of play, the coaches. So yeah, I suppose that's just worked out that I wanted to go there the most.
Yeah. And in terms of that correspondence, is that just, hi, I'm reaching out, they get back in touch, and you're just kind of like, what questions do you ask before you kind of get talking and start to maybe look at a visit?
Um, it was always like they'd set up some phone calls, and then you'd have to have your questions ready as well, I suppose, just asking like, what's day to day like, what are the trainings like, what's nearby, kind of thing like that, what's the campus like, and like see if it suits you as well. Because obviously if if you want to go to the middle of nowhere, great, but like, do you know what I mean? I wasn't really like hoping to go to the middle of nowhere. Like I wanted to go to somewhere that I'd actually like enjoy like life outside of basketball as well. Like with Florida here, it's great. Like the weather, we have a pool. Like, do you know what I mean? You can have like a life as well outside of the basketball.
So for anyone listening, the key things are to have your emails and send them out, but also have full film, and then actually know where you want to go in terms of the places you were picking: New York, New Jersey, and California, Florida. I'm assuming for the sun in those two places. So and but also then having questions for when they call you, so it's not, so you're showing that you're eager and you're interested.
Exactly. That's one of the main things as well. Just show you're interested, as well as having like good grades in school. Because for me, when I have to send multiple schools, like all of my grades from first year to sixth year, because obviously it's a lot different. We don't have SATs in Ireland, so some of them like require. I think that's a bit of an older thing now, that like they require the SATs, because I didn't have to sit them. But if you don't, like they need your like first year to sixth year like grades. I sent all of them, from like Christmas exams, summer exams, the whole thing.
Oh wow. Okay,
So
so they really
yeah,
go back, right?
yeah. The schools I had anyway, like went back and took all of mine.
Okay, that's good to know. I never
Yeah,
heard of that before. Back to the injury. Not to, I don't want to bring it up too much, but at that point, then you had to take a year out. You were going to the physio. You're really enjoying that, which is good to hear. What was the communication like with St.Leo at the time and the other schools and just basketball in general?
yeah. So basically, they had told me when I first tore it that they were going to stick with me or whatever, but they couldn't have me on as a red shirt, because they were looking at another player then instead. Obviously, do you know, I got it. Obviously, it was very hurtful at the time, but I was like, I understand. Like, do you know what I mean? So they were saying that they take me like the year after. So I said, okay, let's just hold out hope. I'll rehab my knee, like, because obviously then all the other options they had for the schools, like, you're out with an ACL. What are they going to do for you now? So they kept up contact with me. The coach had sent me text here and then we had a couple of phone calls, and he said he wanted to send me to his one of his good friends junior colleges, which is like 35-40 minutes from his school. So he said he could still see me, I could like work on my game there, and then he said he'd take me the year after. So with that I said, okay, well, first we had to sort out like what it was like and whatever, and the area was really nice, and where it was going to be living. The coach had been like shown a lot of interest. So yeah, we just decided to just jump in and go for it. And I'm really grateful for my mom and dad as well, because they were just like so, like, so supportive. They were like, "Okay, if this is really what you wanted to do, go for it." You know what I mean? If this is the pathway, then that's fine. So when I got out here then in August, to HCC, he had me come straight down to St.Leo. You know, he gave me a tour of the campus because that was my first time seeing it in person after, like, just even before the injury and everything, which was crazy. So yeah, just I played well, during my season. He came, seen a couple of games, and just, yeah, kept up his offer, but unfortunately, he was let go from the school. There is a there is a change of coaches, but, yeah, I'm loving it here so far. The coaching style I love. Coach Marshall is the head coach right now, and he's just been great. Like, previous season has been it's definitely been tough. But yeah, I'm loving it so far. So
Brilliant. Is junior college, for someone that's listening that doesn't know, am I right in thinking, to try give them an insight, is it kind of like a PLC?
it's I suppose the school is kind of similar because you're still doing, like, it's a 2-year college, but if you do the 2 years there, you've 2 years done out of your, like, degree, and then you've only 2 years left to do as if you go when you go to a 4-year university. I obviously only did 1 year, so I get 3 years now at the university left. But the school, I'd say, is the same. It's the same level of difficulty. Like, I had a lot of classes last year, and I'm taking, like, the same amount of classes this year. So the level of difficulty is kind of the same. But yeah, it's just I suppose it's just a pathway, and it gets you seeing a bit more, a lot of playing time. Well, like for me, it worked out. Like, I got a lot of playing time. I was in the rotation, and I had, like, good stats, so, like, it just worked out.
Academically, for JUCO and for where you are now in St. Leo, can you compare it to Ireland and, the Leaving Cert and stuff? How difficult is it academically?
Yeah, like, my first year, I did, like, that took me by surprise. First of all, at HBC for your first year, it's not like kind of towards your degree. You kind of have to take, like, specific courses that are just like, why am I even doing these classes? Like, I was taking, like, computer science and, like, just these kind of random classes, like, as well as, like, my anatomy, physiology, like, for exercise science. So, like, I was kind of like, oh, it's a bit of annoyance more than anything, but, like, it would not compare. Like, it was a lot easier than the Leaving Cert. Like, the Leaving Cert by far was, like, 10 times harder than what, like, I was doing last year and this year, like.
Okay, interesting. Schedule wise, training, the actual schedule for the team with lifts and stuff, JUCO to Division 2, what's that like?
So our pre-season has been really busy. So for Monday, Wednesday, we'd lift in the morning for an hour, and then I'd have an individual, so it would be a group of 4 of us for another hour, and then I'd have straight to class, so 3 classes, and then we go back for our team practice, which, like, for the first few weeks was scrimmaging from 6:30 to 8:30. So that took a bit of getting used to. First of all, like, the 3 workouts in one day, that was, like, a lot. Like, I was, like, really tired getting used to it. And then Tuesday, Thursday, was our conditioning days. So we'd have just conditioning. I think it was, yeah, 7 a.m. 7 a.m. conditioning, with Coach Marshall first on the Tuesday, and then Thursday we have a Coach Young come in, which is our, like, strength and conditioning coach. He does our, like, weights with us as well as the Thursday conditioning. So it's been, like, he's been brilliant as well. Like, the workouts are class, like, and they've definitely got us in, like pre-season fit. Like, we've just finished our pre-season conditioning testing to, like, get our gear. I've like he said you only get the gear if you pass it, so we're like, okay, which was yeah, crazy. I've never done something like the test. It was 8 down and backs. That's what he calls them, 8. So it's 8 down and backs, and then you have to do 8 of them that day. So, like, in one session, you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 8 times. But it's in a time limit, and then you have to do 5 days of that.
Oh God, that's
Yeah.
horrendous.
Yeah.
So you're doing 8 up and backs,
Yeah.
and then how long do you have to do before the second set of the 8th?
So we split us into 3 groups. So when the first group was going, the second and third were resting, and then you'd get, like, a 2 group rest basically. But, like, each day then he'd decrease the time, so it'd be getting harder each day.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And you not only had to do that on Monday, you then had to go. asleep and wake up Tuesday knowing this was
Yeah,
coming.
and then on top of our individuals and our weights as well, we were doing that, like, running.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Oh
But
God.
we're done now and we
But you got,
passed.
yeah, and you got the gear, most
Not
importantly.
the gear, yeah, he said Monday things.
You might spring another surprise test on you.
Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised at this point, actually.
And in terms of, you haven't started games yet, but the seeing, the girls at practice, the level that's at Division 2, can you give us an insight? You've been around Super League, you've been around national teams. Where is it at?
And the level is really good so far. This is like, it's a completely new team, as like the original team. There was only 4 of the original girls left because obviously the new coach came in. But the level is really good. So far anyway. It's definitely a step up, I think, from last year at the HCC. We have like a bigger bench. Like, we have a 17 girl squad, so like it's a big enough squad. Yeah.
Okay. And have you spoken to the coaches yet about your role and what to expect coming into games in the first, your kind of sophomore season here?
Yeah, he's kind of like, the way he's doing it in training is he has his 2 5s, and his style of play is he does a minute 30 and 5 on 5 off. He just likes to go like full out at teams, like just run at them. And the style of defense he plays as well, like it's just like very like short bursts of like sprints. That's why he like rotates so quickly. So like he uses a big bench, and like so far in trainings, like, it looks good so far, like, for me, like, in my role, so I'm happy with that so far, but sure, we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. Is comparing that to JUCO and even to Ireland, from kind of talking to players and kind of looking at the games, is, the style that you've seen, is it kind of one on one? You kind of see that in America a bit more than kind of team basketball in Europe.
Yeah, definitely last year anyway, it was a bit of a shock because I was like, do we do we pass and cut, or is it just, are we gonna go 1v5? Like, that was definitely a bit like, oh, getting used to it, but I was lucky I had 3 other internationals with me, so we were all kind of on the same wavelength. That way, we were all kinda the European style of play, I suppose, pass cut, backdoor cuts, like all this. So we were kinda, I suppose we kind of brought that in with us, and like it just ended up working. I suppose we like towards mid, like we were just clicking as a team, like our passing cuts. We had a really good point guard. She always saw me. Like, I'd be cutting backdoor, like whatever cuts, and she'd always find a way to get me the ball.
Brilliant.
So
Yeah. You're in Florida, you've been in Florida, sorry, 2 years now, but different parts of Florida now. What's the perception like of, you hear these stories of when Irish players go, they're like, I didn't know where Ireland was. I didn't know you had basketball in Ireland, all this stuff about leprechauns. What's your experience been?
oh my God, like some people don't even, like, they've never met an Irish person. So I'm like, oh yeah, they're always saying how much they love my accent. So I'm like, okay, that's great. Like everywhere, like anytime I talk to someone or talk to someone new or my teacher, they straight away ask where I'm from. I've gotten Australia, I've gone British, I've never got Irish actually. Just like, I've no idea where they're getting it from. So then when I say, oh yeah, I'm from Ireland, they're like, Ireland, oh, that's so cool. Like, I've only been asked twice ever what part of Ireland I'm from, was from 2 professors. One of the professors was Scottish, and I was so just used to saying Ireland. I said, I'm from Ireland, and he said, no, what part of Ireland? Like, I know where it. It's like, oh, Cork. He was like, oh, yeah, I know Cork. Like, no one asks me what part because obviously they just don't know,
Yeah,
do you know that
yeah.
way?
I was going to say, you were saying they like your accent. I was going to say, God love them meeting someone from Cork as their first Irish person.
I know, literally, how lucky. How lucky.
Because I'm impressed you've kept the accent. It's
Oh,
good. It's
there's
good.
no way I'd be losing it. I'd say my mom and dad would ship me back to America. If I ever came back home with an American accent, they would ship me back. They would not. And even my sisters, they said they'd be mortified for me. I could never lose it.
Apart from friends and family, what's the biggest thing you miss about Ireland, being in America?
Oh, um, the food, 100%. It's just like, I eat now at the cafeteria like all the time. We have breakfast, lunch, dinner there. So it's just like, yeah, the food. I miss the food in Ireland so much. Like, my mom's cooking. Like, oh my God, get me back to Ireland.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say maybe like a spice bag or something, but
Oh,
obviously not.
spice bag. Oh my God. Sometimes I'm just thinking, I was like, yeah, I'd actually sell a kidney for a spice bag.
And have you
Yeah.
found uh, have you found a camogie team yet in Tampa?
Oh no, 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 no. No, they had no idea. Like a lot of people as well, going back to like American people not knowing about Ireland, they thought I was joking when I said like Irish is an actual language. Like we learn Irish in school. They thought I was joking. Like
Okay, right.
yeah,
Yeah, you'll have to get on to Maria for her Irish studies. She's taking
yes.
some Irish studies class. I've never heard of this. Yeah,
What in
like talk
Canadian?
about she was like, yeah, there's some Irish studies class. Sounds like an absolute DOS for her.
She's gonna be flying
I don't
easy
think,
there.
yeah, I don't think they do. I don't think they actually speak Gaeilge, but they do some sort of Irish studies. So you'll have to introduce that
Oh,
to St.
class. I'll
Leo.
have to ask her about that
Yeah,
now.
yeah. In terms of any kids listening that want to pursue basketball in America, what's your advice to them?
Um, just I think just follow your dream. If that's what you want to do, like go make it happen. Like work hard and make it happen because like there's nothing stopping you. Do you know what I mean? You've seen people now get out here. Like the amount of people that going out here now is absolutely class. Like so, like there's nothing in your way. It's just like you just have to work hard and just be set on it. If that's really what you want to do, then go for it. Do you know what I mean? And like I've had a lot of people now like reach out to me for helping anything. Like I'm always happy to help someone because like I had like Edel Thornton. I reached out to other girls like over here. Kira Malidi was one as well because she was obviously in Florida. So I had people helping me. So I've like absolutely no issue when I know anyone contacts me. I'm like absolutely happy to help because I had people helping me.
What was there any particular nuggets that the likes of Adele and Kira and the other girls would have given you in your process around this all?
Adele kind of gave me the areas of where to like contact. She gave me some emails and stuff. And Kira then gave me the insight about like junior college because obviously I knew she had been to junior college in Tallahassee, I think it was. So she just kind of told me more about that and what that was like because I had no idea what a junior college was compared to like a 4 year university. I had no clue. So she kind of helped me tell like it's the 2 years like of your degree. Like it's not just like a waste kind of thing. It's going towards your like degree. So
What's it like for your friends back home in Cobh? You know, when you're in America playing basketball, I always find it funny. You know, it's talking to someone recently about players going abroad, and they're like, "Yeah, you know, if they stay, they'll have great opportunities." And I'm like, "How are you? I don't know why you're even comparing the two. Does what's people that don't understand basketball? What's their understanding of what you're doing?"
um yeah, I don't know if like I suppose like I maybe like understanding my schedule maybe a bit like how like hectic and busy it is, I suppose. Like maybe they just think like, oh, it's a bit of basketball and a bit of school, that way. But it's like it consumes you, like, do you know what I mean? The amount of like work that you have to put in for school as well as the basketball, it's just like go, 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 like 24/7. So I suppose just that way, like I just yeah, my schedule, I suppose.
Yeah, they don't have the concept. It's not like at home Tuesday, Thursday train and show up on a weekend for a
Exactly.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, it's not that. It's like 3 sessions a day, 2 sessions a day kind of thing. So it's yeah, it's a lot.
In terms of, I didn't realize actually you said to your mum when you were a kid that you wanted to do this. What's it like now being in Florida, playing college basketball? It's kind of circle, Amy.
Oh, it is like it's like yeah, I sometimes I just still can't believe it because like even when I did my knee, I just thought like all hope was gone. I thought it was out the window. And like being here now where I wanted to be before my knee is just like it's surreal. Like I just can't believe it. And even like my mom and dad are coming out for our first home game and it's just like I can't believe it. Like my mom even says she like cannot believe that she's coming out to Florida to watch me play. Like it's surreal. Like
What do you think? How do you think you'll feel checking in for the first game?
oh I don't know because I feel like last year even coming back I was still a bit of a bag of nerves. Like I wasn't like fully confident in myself. My first like actual game back, like full game back was an international game. And I had just did my ankle as well, like just in like a training for the Irish team. I did my ankle, so I was just yeah, I just wasn't confident in myself and coming into the junior college then I wasn't like backing myself fully and like my mom and dad were almost pulling their hair out watching me being like, Amy, like play the way you play it, you know what I mean? Like why are you changing, stopping scared? Like so that took a cup, I feel like, yeah, it took a few games for me to, like, just cop on a bit, and just, like, get over, like, my knee is fine, I'm fine, like, I'm fully healed, like, I'm good to go, and, like, after that, I was just, like, I was good.
Yeah, it'd be it'll be probably a little bit emotional on the day having your parents there in full circle, you know, but it's
Oh,
exciting.
100%. Yeah, yeah.
In terms of looking ahead beyond maybe, you know, this season, looking ahead to a couple of years left at St.Leo and beyond, what do you hope to achieve and what do you hope to do?
Right now I'm studying biomedical and health science because I'd love to do a master's in physiotherapy. Where I do that master's now was kind of like, I don't know, because they're talking,
She's open to options,
oh yeah,
guys.
open to options. Is there on about a new rule now as well, saying that all players, no matter if you like the red shirt or whatever, that all players might get 5 years of eligibility. I think they're gonna pass it like this
Okay.
Christmas. So like that could be an option. Like, yeah, I'm not sure. I'd love to be a physiotherapist. Like I'd like love to be. But yeah, I'm still trying to work it out.
Yeah, to be decided. You're young
To be
yet. You still
decided, exactly. Yeah.
I'm going to move on to the sideline 7. It's the same 7 questions at the end of every episode. Amy, question 1, what's your favourite quote?
Um, Two of my favorite quotes now would be one. My nana always says to me, "What's for you won't pass you," and that's just like through my knee when I thought all was gone. Like she just kept saying, "What's for you won't pass you," and I suppose it didn't. And another one as well. It's funny. Edel Thornton told me on a random Zoom, like for this Irish squad. I think it was 15 or 16, and it just always stuck with me for some reason. It was just like, it's what was it? Oh yeah, play for the little girl who dreamed about being where you are now. I just love that one because it's just like you wanted it so bad, for so long. And it's just, yeah,
Amazing. That's class.
yeah.
Question 2, best sporting event you've been to?
Oh, I think I'm a bit biased here now being a Cork fan, but I'd say one of the Cork hurling matches. The atmosphere, everything. Yeah, I love being from Cork.
I can tell, don't worry.
Yeah.
Question 3, biggest setback or challenge so far in your career and how did you react to it?
Yeah, definitely tearing my ACL would be the biggest challenge. And as I said earlier, I didn't cope very well the first week, but sure after that, like that was the toughest part mentally. Just I suppose comprehending that like this is actually like my life, this is reality. But after that, sure, my mom, my dad, everyone backing me, supporting me. I just kind of threw myself into the recovery after that. I just became obsessed with it. Like it was just like that's what I had to do every day. I would not miss it. Like for the word, like I couldn't miss a day of doing rehab. So once I threw myself into it, then I was grand.
Question 4, on the flip side then, your biggest achievement on or off the court?
Um, I'd say one of them is like the most proud one. Like the one I'm proud most would be making the Irish under 20 team a year after doing my ACL. Just because like when I was then, I was just hoping and praying I'd be back for it, that way, and just working as hard as I could to get back, and just like getting the call from Carl saying that I made the team. I couldn't believe. I was furious emotional now, but like yeah, I'd say that's the one I'm most proud of. Just getting back and like being named in an Irish team again.
Brilliant. Looking back, what advice would you give your 18-year-old self?
I just say like be confident and don't doubt myself because like I never had before that. Do you know what I mean? Before my injury, I fucking put up any shot, from anywhere, drive into anything, like being from Cobh. Do you know what I mean? Like I always had the green light, so it was just like after my injury, like be confident, don't doubt myself. Like I hadn't ever before, so why am I doing it now? Do you know that way?
Love it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Question 6, dream dinner guest and why?
I think I'd have to say Caitlin Clark, to be honest. I'm just in absolute awe of her. I just love her. I've always loved her game, watch all her games. Like she's just my favorite player.
Yeah. You can bring your mum over to cook a dinner for you both.
Yeah, exactly.
Final question before I let you go, Amy. If your life was a book, what chapter would this be called?
I'd say this would be called Just Beginning, just because like this is like the start of my NCAA journey. I've had like my prep for, a HTC junior college, and I think this is just all leading up to like this. Like I think, yeah. So I'd say this is just the beginning.
Okay, the beginning of something.
Yeah.
Where is, if anyone is listening, actually, sorry, that wants to reach out, get advice, or just follow your journey, where is the best place to do that, Amy?
I'd say just send me a DM on Instagram. It would be the easiest place to reach me. My username is Amy Duggan 08. So just literally, I never have a problem answering people or helping people. Like I love doing it. So yeah.
Perfect. I'll be sure to leave it in the episode description notes as well. Amy, thanks many for your time and best of luck. Looking forward to catching you during the season.
Thanks so much for having me, Orla. Thank you so much.